It's saying we're live right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Ross Marquand. I'm here with Don. Want to say hi to Jimmy, Casey, Steven from the Dead Truth Podcast.
Play.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Dead True Podcast. My name's Jimmy.
It's Casey.
It's Dawn.
Steven.
All right, guys, we got a special guest tonight. Who we got, Miss Dawn?
Jeremy.
Mr. Palco.
Bring him in.
Oh yeah. How you doing, Mr. Palco?
Oh no.
Here we
We're
go.
having technical difficulties
no.
tonight.
Wow, we got all kind of technical difficulties.
Yeah, he'll rejoin us.
All right. So how's everybody's week going?
Yeah, y'all got to bear with us. Our tech genius, Kevo, he ain't here right now.
Evidently, he left us.
He left us hanging.
Yeah, I know he had to do a recording. He didn't say when, but totally missed it. Oops.
It's all good.
We'll just wing it. Yep, here we go. Let's see if we can get Jeremy in here.
I don't know if anybody knows we're live though.
Yeah, they do. We got 19 right now. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear us, Mr. Palco?
Can you hear us?
How's it going? So
What's going on, buddy?
Nice.
Yay.
going nuts on right on cue. So
Right?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Yes.
thanks for having me, guys.
So, Mr. Jeremy, how'd you start off with this crazy thing in the movie biz? How'd you start out with that?
How did I start out in the movie biz? I mean, like the long story or the short story? I mean,
Give us whatever you want to give us, buddy.
It's all about you.
Oh, yeah.
all right. Well, here we go then.
Here we go.
I don't know. Like when I was a kid, obviously, I wanted to be like in the movies. I didn't know, as a kid, you could do something like that. In college, I kind of took my first acting class. Very cliche. I was an athlete kind of jock, and knee surgery sidelined me from basically a future in sports. And I took my first acting class, and literally fell in love with it. It was something I really enjoyed doing, and after college, I worked on the Disney cruise ship of all places.
Oh, wow.
No way.
Yeah, man, kind of random, but I was a Disney kid, so I kind of got my first taste in theater on the ship. I dressed like a pirate. I danced, 4 days a week, and
Very cool.
yeah. But after I got off the ship, I wanted to pursue it. Got an agent, started auditioning, and eventually got to the Walking Dead. So
That's amazing.
Oh, you got a little buddy down there?
yeah, little squeaker right here.
Oh, nice.
I got 3 dogs this weekend, so.
Oh, wow.
Usually they're quiet and they just sit in the corner, but not, as soon as we go live.
Right. They see the light on.
Like a kid. You're on the phone.
That's crazy. So what sport were you involved in?
I mean, I was into a couple of them. I did a lot of baseball, growing up. Football in high school was pretty good at it. Had a few scholarships headed my way, but senior year, like total cliche, blew out my knee, lost pretty much everything.
Oh man.
Thought life was over. I'm never going to be able to, play football again, whatever. And no, that led me to the theater in college, and totally believe in fate and that kind of thing. So that was that led me to what I really like. So
Yeah, that's really cool.
Now, are you from Georgia?
Oddly, yes. I was born in LaGrange, Georgia, but
Okay.
I moved to Seattle when I was 4. And so I spent my entire childhood, elementary school, junior high, high school, college in Seattle. Was in Florida a few years, and now I'm back in Georgia. So I'm loving it here. So.
Okay, cool.
You got a teeny bit of echo. We're gonna roll with it anyway.
Who, me?
Now I don't know. It's through all of us. Really.
It's the whole show.
Yeah, it's a tiny bit of echo. But everybody in the comments, Jeremy. Everybody, we got 21 people in here. I'll celebrate you.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for hanging out on a Monday night. So.
Oh yeah.
And I bet those 21 people are excited to see you come Saturday.
I've had this marked on the calendar. I am like ecstatic. I know we mentioned the art a little bit, but I have like 2 years worth of art in my house that I need to get rid of. So I'm bringing it all. And,
Awesome.
Nice.
like garage sale out the door. So.
Right? Clearinghouse.
Oh yeah, like bottom price. I don't care. So.
Gotcha. So, what's your favorite picture in your life?
Heard part of that. Sorry, what was the
What's
question?
your favorite character you ever played in your life?
Favorite character I've ever played?
Yeah.
I mean, Andy's up there, obviously, because of the following of the amazing Walking Dead family that is what it is. Never have I ever been on a show where I've done such, like, a couple episodes, that stuck with me for so long. But, definitely that one, but kind of a sleeper is Bloodline on Netflix, which I love that series. I played a guy named Nicholas Widmark, and that was, rubbing toes with, Kyle Chandler and Sissy Spacek and the Emmy Award winning cast that it was. That was up there. So.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Right. Hi, Macy. Hi.
Yeah, I was trying to mess with that echo. I don't think I'm doing any good though.
Yeah, we're discussing how to get rid of it. Don't really know how to right quick.
Is your speaker volume real loud, Jeremy?
You're talking to me?
Maybe.
Is that me?
Can you still hear us?
I can still hear you, yeah.
Okay.
I just turned my volume down a bit. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm getting a little bit of feedback. I don't think Jeremy's echo. Video from that feedback.
You got a little bit of echo.
I know, right?
I mean, it sounds kind of cool every now and then, but
Even knows he up in the mountain screaming off rooftops and stuff. You just hear the echo.
I think
still
Kevin's
suspecting
coming.
So I have a question for you, Jeremy. What was it like working with Andrew Lincoln?
It was like unreal, honestly, because like when I got cast in the show, I've never seen the show at that point. And when I got cast, I watched basically seasons 1 through 5 at the time, like that weekend. And so like having those characters like prominently in your head. And my first day, I was toe to toe with Andrew Lincoln.
Wow.
I had his line. It had something to do with Greg and Craig, and I messed it up like the very first take. So I like immediately was kind of shook in the beginning, but man, just like Norman was standing behind me with Michael Cutlets, and like Norman had come up to me, he's like, "Man, you got the part, man. Relax. Like you're cool. Like they're not gonna fire you. We're good." But after that, like it was just kind of, smooth sailing after that. But yeah, Andrew Lincoln was like, it's kind of nice on the show. Like there's so many characters, and you just never know who your character is going to match up with in what scene. And I got really lucky in the beginning just because they were all with, the stars of the show, which was really, really awesome. So yeah, going toe to toe with Andrew Lincoln twice actually was, so much fun. So much fun.
Awesome.
And too, so.
Gotcha.
Cool. I love it. See, I'm a big Rick fan right here.
Jeremy, she rubs that thing every day. She wakes up and rubs it.
Right? Well,
Yeah, she really does.
hopefully it's durable. It looks like cardboard for some reason. So
So, what made you start doing art?
man, that's like the craziest 180 in my life I've ever taken, because I had never even considered picking up a paintbrush or looking at art in any way, shape, or form. But literally that first kind of month in quarantine, where it's kind of weird. It felt like we were on like elementary school, and like it was like a half day or something. Like everything felt weird. We're all watching the news, and I was sitting there with my buddy Andy, and I was looking up, and I had this like old poster sitting on the wall, and I just decided to paint it that day because I was literally bored in quarantine. And next thing I know, I posted it on social media, and somebody contacted me and asked if they could purchase it. So I was like, yes, you can buy whatever you want. And with that money, I went to Michael's and I bought canvas and paints and everything. And I was kind of just painting what I thought would be cool in the beginning. And again, people were very receptive to it. I was very lucky. People were asking if they could purchase this thing that I made and this thing that I made. And next thing I know, I had health insurance. So I was very, very like interested. And I was like, hey, I can just keep doing this. And eventually I started to do kind of whatever I wanted to do. And, I'm thankful to say that has like totally changed my life. And for the past 2 years, that's all I've been doing is kind of, aside from acting, obviously, which I love, painting has become kind of my world. So doing some travels with it. I've done like a couple art shows already. So I'm very, very grateful for just stumbling upon something I never knew I would like so much. So
Let me try something.
really,
So how long have you been painting?
solid 2 years. On one of my social medias, like a timeline popped up, and it was like, this day 2 years ago you did this, and I recognized it as being the first time I actually had the thought of like putting paint to a canvas. So
Wow.
Marilyn, come here. Dogs.
So what's the favorite role you've played in like a part in a series or TV show or?
My personal favorite was Nicholas Widmark from Bloodline, but a solid second is one I did as a short film. It's called So Dark. It's on Amazon Prime, and we did a short called So Pretty, and it got picked up, and we did a sequel to it. But it was basically something I didn't want to do in the first place, but I wound up favor for a friend saying, okay, like we'll go see what happens. And it actually wound up being a really, really cool, unique experience. Where we shot overnight in Miami on this like subway train, like an elevated train. It was kind of cool, but I played a vampire, and like it came out really cool. It went on the circuit of all these short film festival contests. It won a couple pretty big awards, and next thing you know, we had a grant for a series, and is then thus then put on hold, and still waiting to hear back from the producer, but. Yeah, that was a really good one. Played a character named Sean. So
I had a question in the audience. Do you take classes to learn how to paint, or you just do it on your own?
do it on my own.
Okay.
Literally, I don't just pick up some paint and just go. I never plan anything out. I always just kind of like my house is littered with like hundreds of like half done, quarter done paintings, and whenever I kind of feel like painting, I have a drawer full of light colors and dark colors, and I blindly reach in and I grab a couple colors, and I'm like, that's what I'm using for the day. And then I figure as long as I never plan anything out, it kind of keeps everything organic and fun, and you know, and kind of learning. That's how I enjoy painting that way. So.
Well, nothing against like taking classes or anything, but that's the fun part of expressing your, you know what I mean, artistic side without somebody guiding you and stuff like that. I guess classes would be cool if you're just trying to learn to, I don't know, paint for fun or whatever, but I think it's cool that you ain't taking any classes.
I appreciate that, man. I used to watch Bob Ross like all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, at one point, I thought it was kind of weird that I liked it so much, but you know, like I still to this day, like if Bob Ross, if I'm scrolling through and he's on, I'm watching at least 5 minutes of it. So
Totally.
yeah.
I was watching you paint that on your Facebook page. You're painting the boat in the water, and when you were dabbing the shark fin, Bob Ross actually came to mind. When you're
Yeah. You know, what's funny is that started out, I wanted to do a big old Harry Potter piece. Like I was going to do,
Wow.
I had the landscape like the back in my mind, and I was going to do a castle, and out of nowhere, the front of it looked like ocean waves instead of what I thought it would look like, which was grassy hills. And so I'm like, you know what? A big boat would look good here. And I generally just think about like what I would want to see on a canvas. And I'm not even joking. I was walking by, my TV was on, and Jaws popped up. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm making the orca. So
Yep.
I traced the outline of it, and then I just free did everything else. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of that one. So
That's
Oh,
cool. Yeah,
dude.
you're not good.
I'm gonna need you to do a Godzilla piece for me. My 4-year-old is obsessed with Godzilla.
I'm telling you, man, like the only video game I play is on my PS4 is Call of Duty. And right now it's Godzilla versus Kong. So it's
I
he
heard
would-
there was an add-on coming out. Yeah.
My son would freak
it's a
out,
script.
man.
It's a regular game, but like you have Godzilla and Kong running around. So that's funny that you mentioned that. I was thinking about that the other day. So
I saw that was coming out. I didn't know it was released. I have to check it out.
yeah,
If
it's
you
pretty-
do a Godzilla piece, I'm buying it from you, dude.
all right, man. I'll see. Like honestly, it's like whatever in my house starts to look like Godzilla. Then I'm like, oh, that kind of looks like Godzilla. And then I, go from there. But
I'll send you a Godzilla toy, like a little Godzilla, so it's in your house and you got to paint it. There you go.
my model in the corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Now, do you prefer canvas as a medium, or you just kind of started with that?
I haven't branched out too much. I literally get whatever's on sale at Michael's.
Amen.
Because supplies I've realized can get pretty pricey, but I've only used acrylics. I tried oil-based once and realized how really difficult those are. So nope, went back to acrylic, and yeah, basically the canvas anywhere from 5x7s to, I mean, I've got 48 by 24 pieces in my house that I'm trying to get rid of. So taking them to shows, and it's gonna be fun to bring them to the canvas weekend, but that's kind of the only medium I've kind of chosen thus far. So
Cool.
So do you like paints? I mean, do you prefer to like paint stuff that just comes out of your mind, or do you enjoy like painting like something you're looking at, like a building or something? You know what I mean?
yeah, a mix of both. 90% of the time it's just whatever I'm thinking, whatever I feel. But there's some days where you just get inspired and you want to like create something. I recently did an R2D2 not too long ago.
Ooh.
That was fun because I literally was like, I wanted to, like, I was throwing away a bunch of stuff because I'm in the middle of a move, but I have like, I want to say garbage, but that sounds bad, but like I had like a saucer lid that I hadn't used in years. So I used the saucer lid, dipped it in paint, and next thing I know, I pressed it on the canvas and I had the outskirts of the R2 head. And then I had a box lying around, so I painted the edge of the box and I literally pressed it up against the thing. And next thing I had R2's like whole
Nice.
frame. And then from there, you just look at like schematics or something like that, and you just, you free flow and you abstract it, and somebody's gonna find it, appealing, obviously. But that's what I've learned is that art is like completely subjective,
Right.
Like somebody digs it, somebody doesn't. So
Oh, totally.
yeah.
So are everyone you sell are the originals or are they reprints?
I never do any reprints. That's the only
There you
kind
go.
of stuff I have. I mean, I'm looking at my house right now. I have boxes full. I mean, a lot of them are like 5x7s or 6x8s, but they're just kind of, but everyone's original. I do them all by hand. So,
That's awesome.
But I did do the NFT thing. I'm still kind of in it. I literally just take pictures of every piece I do and I upload it to my OpenSea account. Whether I believe in NFTs or not is a different story.
Right.
It's a cool way to just post my artwork and then sell it for like $2, and if somebody wants to buy it, they can buy it.
There you go.
Barbara in our comments has a really good question. Do you have any personal art of yours hanging at home, or?
All my artwork's hanging at home right
Oh,
now.
it was all there. Okay.
I mean, it's only because I don't have room for it anywhere else. So, like, literally, my wall is plastered with like my big ones, and like my boxes, my storage bins are filled. But no, like the ones I really like, and it's weird. There are certain ones that I'll paint, and I'll be like, you know what, I really enjoy this one. Yeah, bills have to be paid, but at the same time, I'm like, I might regret selling that one eventually. So I just made this cool Mickey Mouse one. And,
Oh, cool.
and of course, like my family, big supporters, love you guys, but they always chime in on the good ones. They're like, oh, I love this. And of course, it was Grandma that was like, I love this one. So I'm like, okay, Grandma, I'll send it to you. But she was kind enough. She sent me a check, as grandmothers do.
That's cool.
She was very kind and paid me for my work. So respect, Grandma.
So are you excited to do the paint with Palco at the camp?
Terrified. I am like, because here's the truth. Like, I don't know how to paint. Like, I'm just making this up as I go. Like, I literally just kind of put paint on canvas and kind of see what happens, you know? Like, here ended the lesson. Like, that's the class. But it's going to be fun to, like, you know, see a bunch of people and talk about art and kind of, I don't know, kind of open up to the way my mind works. And that's intimidating, only because, you know, as an actor, you get scenes and you do things, but it's never your thing. It's always someone else's words. But as an artist, you have to explain yourself, like, hey, I made this because of this. But I guess at the same time, you don't really need to explain yourself, and that's the coolest part about art. But yeah, I am looking forward to it, but I'm a little nervous. So
Don't be nervous. Just a happy little shark fan. You'll be all right.
Yeah, and I doubt anybody's really expecting you to come in and teach a class. They're probably just looking forward to hanging out and painting with you, man. You could just say what you just said. Just come what's to your head. You know what I mean? Paint what's in your head. Let's just paint.
I appreciate that. I'm going to bring some canvas and we'll have some fun. So
Oh yeah.
That's
we'll
cool.
do like a mini Bob Ross kind of startup and see how we go. Try to teach someone how to paint something easy.
I think as long as they get it, you'll be happy. Yep.
Now, as an artist, did you have to practice your signature, or did you always have a good signature?
Dude, I've been practicing my signature since like 6th grade.
Right?
I was about to say I've been doing this for a
we all
long
do,
time.
right?
Yeah.
And here's why. When I was in 7th grade, I was in junior high, 7, 8, 9. Junior high, I was the class, treasurer, vice president. High school.
Wow.
I was vice president of my school, vice president of my school. All things I thought that were going to help me later on in life, but whatever. But as a treasurer in 7th grade, I remember I had to sign. They would call me into like the office as like a 13-year-old, and I'd have to sign a bunch of these official documents that just needed the 7th grade treasurer's name on it. Anyways, I had to sign for hours, and I loved it. I was like, man, one day I'm gonna be famous. I'm gonna practice my signature, and painting your signature is extremely difficult, though. So. But I sign and date the back of every single piece.
Oh, cool.
I kind of have a little process. Like once it's done, like my mind just knows that one's done. Then I go, I spray it outside in the spray room, and then when they dry, sign, date, one of one, take a picture of it, put it in the sleeve, and it is, on my shelf basically. So.
That's cool.
Well,
And Melissa in the comments, she mentions this, and I see this as a parent, but they don't teach cursive in school anymore. So, did you know that?
I didn't, but man, we were grilled as kids. I remember,
Right?
yeah.
You walked in, you had the letters on the above the chalkboard or whatever, and you had regular and then cursive. But
Yeah.
Those Z's, man. Those Z's always got me.
Yeah, they're weird. Yeah, to this day, my son doesn't have a signature. He just prints it.
Yeah, my son
most
don't
of
either.
it- thought about that, but
Yeah, it's weird.
no, man, I've
crazy.
been practicing this bad boy since
6th grade.
you're,
Yep.
6th grade.
I still do. I'm a big dork. But yeah, we've got a music related questions from people in the comments here. Let's see. Somebody said, do you have like any music inspired pieces? And then also somebody asked, do you like to listen to music when you paint, or do you prefer it to be like silent?
Oh, dude, I'm jamming out, like blasting music, like, but it'll like some days it'll be like Hans Zimmer, you know, like serious deep thoughts, like Inception and like Interstellar. Like I love that, you know. God, today I was doing like 80s jams.
Nice.
So, yeah,
Nice.
I've got tons of guitar pieces. Like I play guitar. I mean, like literally, I have a guitar by my side at like all times. And no, I had a Fender piece, sold that one. I have a very big Taylor acoustic piece in my house. That's kind of like my pride and joy. I'm actually finishing up one today. I'm hopefully I can finish it tomorrow, actually. But no, like I'm totally jamming out when I'm listening to music, or when I'm painting and listening to music. So yeah, absolutely. And it's so random. Like days I'll just, you know, I've got Spotify and my Google, so whatever.
Yep.
You ever get down to some like gangster rap?
Oh yeah, man.
Ah, yes.
I had like Warren G regulators on the other day.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Once you hit like one song, you get like, God, it was like Thuggish Ruggish Bones came on. After
Yes.
that, and like Juicy came on after that. So, man, I had my heydays back in the '90s, man.
Right.
Like, I was a step away from Jinko jeans. I didn't do it.
Ooh,
But,
right. My brothers did that. They were
Oh,
little.
I made that leap. Yeah, I made
I
that
did.
leap.
That's funny.
Yeah, I wore the Jinkos. You be walking and like your pants will be falling, like all the stuff be coming off of the pants.
Hey, you know now they still sell those, and now they are like super, not vintage ones. These are new ones, but they are super
super
expensive.
Yeah, I heard
I
them
didn't
coming back.
never thought those would be popular again, but they're becoming that way.
I still ain't seen nobody wearing them. I've just seen the prices, and man, they are up there. And like I said, these aren't vintage ones from back in the day. These are ones that are being made today, and they are high. They're like $300.
Wow.
I think Dawn wore a pair of them last time she come down, didn't she?
So is there somebody that you want to work with in the future in acting? Is there somebody that like is your dream? Or
I mean, like I used to say that. I used to answer that question. I'd be like, oh, I want to meet this person, and I realized that like the day I stopped saying that, like I started meeting so many cool people. Like I remember, like when I was 16 years old, my dad showed me Boondock Saints. And I was like, man, that changed my life. Like, I was like, that is the coolest thing. And I remember sitting there as like a 16-year-old kid thinking, man, that would be cool to like work with Norman Reedus or something. And then I remember being on set and having like a fight scene with him and thinking, man, when I was 16, I thought, man, that'd be cool to meet Norman Reedus. And, you know, since then, I mean, just the list of actors I've had, you know, the great fortune of just coming in contact with. Like, I met Kiefer Sutherland, like, you know, not too long ago.
Wow.
You know, like that was a big one for me because I was a 24 nut. I remember like working with Terry Crews and just like thinking, my God, like, did I ever think I'd be standing next to and working with Terry Crews? You know, and so who would I want to work with? Oh man, so many great people, obviously, and like basically half the Marvel universe would be great. But
Yeah.
I mean, you know, too many people, but yeah, there's definitely aspirations in there.
Did you ever think Atlanta would be the hub for Hollywood, you know, for all these movies and TV shows?
No, it's funny. As I mentioned, I worked on a cruise ship, and when I got off the cruise ship, I was going to go back to Seattle and figure out life. And a friend of mine who lived in Florida was like, why don't you just stay here and figure things out? So I did, and I found an agent, and I didn't realize that Florida was at one point a very big hot spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With the tax incentives and all that. But then, yeah, Georgia came out the woodworks in the past 10 years, and it's been amazing to see it grow. And like, I literally live 10 minutes away from Pinewood Studios and, you know, Tyler Perry Studios and, you know, Raleigh Studios. Walking Dead is about 30 minutes away. But yeah, it's pretty unreal to think that this is has become the new Hollywood. So.
Right. Is that why you moved back to Atlanta, or you just happened to?
If I was debating in Florida if I wanted to move to Atlanta, just because that's where all the big projects were happening, all my auditions were, all my callbacks were, and I was working on The Walking Dead for kind of 3 years on and off, and I kept making that trip. And finally, I'm like, I'm going to move up there. And as soon as I moved up there, they killed me off the show. So, but no, I love Georgia. I literally I feel at home here. I love the mountains. I love hiking, 3 or 4 days a week, and yeah, it's my vibe, so I like it.
Nice.
I love that the work is coming here, so I don't have to go to LA or New York or anything like that. So
Right.
So Barbara was asking, did you watch? Were you a fan of the show before you of The Walking Dead before you were on it?
Kind of. I mean, I remember being in Florida in the Southeast. The actors were all getting excited because there was this untitled zombie show everyone was talking about. I remember I had actually read for the first episode. There was a cop that Rick shoots on the fence in the very first episode.
Yeah.
I'd read for that role. And
No way.
Yeah, I read for Dwight actually. I remember, and I didn't get that one either, obviously. Yeah, eventually a part came around that nobody else wanted, and they gave to me. That was kind of cool, but
Oh, that's cool to hear. I didn't realize about you, so that's cool to hear. You just kept pressing on and
sorry,
got on.
Acting a foot here. So
now with COVID, some of the other actors we've talked to, they talk about like auditions are online now or remote. Are you having to deal with that? Was that a big adjustment for you? Or
I got really lucky in quarantine. Right when things started kind of going down, I just booked. Actually, I lost a role. I was booked with Sylvester Stallone on a movie called Samaritan. I remember I was so hyped about that, and then COVID regulations came in, and the crowd scene that I was involved in couldn't have so many people in the scene, so they cut that one. But virtual auditions had kind of been pretty standard up to that point. But I actually booked a role with Tyler Perry on a show called Ruthless on BET, and I wound up getting like 26 episodes out of that, which was really amazing. And being in Atlanta and quarantine, we actually shot at Tyler Perry Studios for like 2.5 weeks. I was stuck there. It was like this mini boot camp of actors, and it was so much fun. It was like summer camp. But no, I got really lucky in quarantine. But yeah, definitely been some changes when it comes to auditions. But I think I've always found it to be more helpful than having to drive 10 hours for a callback for one line.
Right.
So my boy Jason here in the comments, you're a Seahawks fan, right? What do you think? He said, "What do you think of the Russell Wilson?"
Oh, look at that!
Yeah, it's my Seattle skyline. So
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
what you asked about Russell Wilson?
Yeah, what do you think about the trade?
Too soon, man.
Too soon.
I hated it, man. Like I actually needed a moment. I don't. I'm a pretty big Seahawks fan, but I've kind of let it die down over the last couple decades. Like it's okay. I'm not a big sports nut, but losing Wilson, that one hurt.
That's tough. Yeah.
We lost Bobby Wagner, we lost him, but it's kind of interesting. The first game of the opening game for Seattle is Denver, Monday Night Football. Like that is messed up, NFL.
Right? They do that on purpose.
Oh, they know what they were doing, but I don't know. Do I hate him now, or is he become an X?
He's an X.
He's an X, man. I'm not rooting for him. So I hope we destroy him. So. Yes, I'm a little upset about Russell Wilson.
I hear you. At least you're not a Jags fan like me.
Yeah, that's rough, man. But at least you're diehard, man.
I am.
I used to be a Falcons fan. I learned a long time ago the NFL just sucks. I went to Georgia.
my girlfriend's a Falcons fan, so I've actually been to a few Falcons games in the last few years. So
Yeah, they're fun.
I'm kind of rooting for them, man. But they're one of those teams that just kind of they build you up and then they just let you down.
Yep.
Man, that's crazy. Y'all bring up the Falcons because Casey, I've been thinking about that post you shared the other day that the Dirty Bird is in the shape of an F. I've never noticed that.
Yeah, I read that somewhere.
That was the original intention behind it too, the B to F.
I
that.
never even noticed.
Jennifer's asking, what's the coolest behind the scenes story you can share on The Walking Dead?
Oh, Walking Dead. Man, there's a couple good ones. Actually, I could think of like 2 or 3, and they all involve Stephen Young for some reason. So I remember we were all driving to set, and we were in like this van, obviously. And I remember it was so cool. I was with like Stephen Young and Lauren Cohen and Denai Guerra, and Norman was there, and Andrew Lincoln. Like everybody was in there. And that's a cool picture, man. We were driving to set. It was like one of the first times we'd gone to Hilltop, and we were listening to Bohemian Rhapsody in the van. And like we're about to pull up and get out and start shooting for the day. And the song was getting to the crescendo where everybody headbangs. And we stop, and somebody grabbed the door handle, and Stephen Young was like, "No, you can't go yet." And he was like, "Turn it up." And we turned up Bohemian Rhapsody. And then the headbanging part came out, and then Steven opened the door, and we all walked out onto set in front of like 50 people, and headbanging to Bohemian Rhapsody. That was really fun.
Nice.
And then the second time, I remember we were at the satellite station where my character holds the head in front of the Savior's outpost, and it was like 4 a.m. and there had been some people were kind of grumpy on set, but 4 a.m. What are you gonna do? And the scene was like, I hold the head, the Saviors go inside, and then everybody comes running in. There was like 10 of us, and they all come running in, and they'd done the scene about 2 or 3 times, and they weren't getting it. And on like the third take, they all came in screaming like a bunch of idiots, like just screaming like as they were rolling call action. And I freaked out thinking, did they change the scene? Like, were there any sort of rewrites or something? But apparently it was just done to lighten the mood and lighten the spirit, and everyone got a good laugh about it. But my face was on camera looking like terrified that I had missed something in a meeting or something. So, but man, so many good stories behind the scenes. So,
Hey, real quick, Dawn, I think that you muted yourself. If you'll unmute yourself, can you hear me? It won't let me unmute you. Yeah.
Okay.
And everything messing up. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
Y'all bear with us.
Gonna be on this episode.
It's Jeremy. He's so special. He's just making everything go crazy.
Yeah, that's a cool picture. Dude.
oh yeah, that was like the 100th episode, and everybody, there's so many, rules and non-disclosures about having cameras out and everything. But on the 100th episode, like a lot of us had found out that week that we were going into the Negan War, and not all of us were going to make it out, unfortunately. So because of that, a lot of people were taking photos, and I'm glad they did. So I got some pretty cool memories out of that day.
Yeah, I remember being there.
Except for like a thumbs up, like I got like squished in. I didn't know what to do. I'm like, yeah,
You're right in the middle. That's awesome.
right, doing the Fonz.
What was this one here?
That was like my first day, and yeah, they had to put like a real cast on my hand. That was fun for like the first 2 or 3 times. Or that,
Wow.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was where was that? That was Rhode Island, I think. Comic-Con. Yeah, Comic-Cons are fun. That's where I really got to meet all the other actors in the show that I'd never met on set. So,
Oh, cool.
obviously, Stephen Ogg and Sarah Wayne Cowley. So,
Pretty cool.
yeah, it's intimidating. You get on stage and like you're sitting next to these guys, and people ask them like a billion questions, and then they ask you one at the end. It's kind of fun. Oh yeah, that was the 100th episode, and I just gotten a call from
That's so
Scott
cool.
Gimple.
Oh, Dawn's gonna wig out.
Yeah.
See her going now. Look at her.
He's cardboard too. It's fine.
Nice.
But I straight up went up to him and I said, "Hey, listen, like, found out I'm getting the axe on the show. I want to appreciate, I want to thank you for being such a cool leader." And just leaned right in, gave me a hug, and my friend Daniel took the photo. So, and we did a champagne toast of the 100th episode, and that was a Oh yeah, and then they start handing out hats, and that was fun because everybody wanted a hat. The Walking Dead 100. So.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool, man.
Oh yeah, I got mine.
Hey.
That's cool. I had some of your art up.
That's a cool piece.
Yeah, that's a fun one. It reminds me of some sort of space kind of landscape, you know.
Yeah. I like this one. Nice day.
Ooh, I like that one too.
Yeah, cool, man. Kind of a Blink-182 vibe.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Like that's probably who I was listening to that day. So
Nice.
I like that one. So we all have different vibes there.
I'll tell you what, the biggest compliment I get when I go to like art shows or Comic Cons is people are like is you don't have to like them all. Like you just have to like the one that you like.
Right.
So when people say that, I'm like, it means a lot. Man, it's weird. It's like I want to like pick ones and show. I'm like, I'm like, nah, skip that one.
Oh, sorry. They can find you on Instagram, right? Art by Paco.
Yeah, I got hacked last year, so.
Dude.
But it kind of happened at the right time. Like you don't really want to make a big deal about it, but I had like 20,000 followers, and I'd like established a little bit of a following, and then bam, one day I'm locked out of everything, and.
Man.
I started from scratch about a year and a half ago, so
You couldn't never get it back.
No. I realized that Instagram, they're service whatever people are just completely intolerant and stupid. So.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I hate that. Here's the boat. Actually, we were talking about all night.
The orca, man, from Jaws.
That's cool.
I love that.
And that one's pretty big. That's like a 4 foot by 2 footer. So.
Oh wow.
And my girlfriend actually suggested to me that actually the coolest compliment and insult I've ever received happened like 2 months ago. Somebody said, "Love your work, fabulous. Can you prove that it's actually you?" And that thought hadn't even crossed my mind that somebody would doubt it. But I was like, okay. So I set up the time lapse thing and showed the process, if you will. But
yeah, that was the video I was watching on your Facebook page.
Thanks.
Oh, is that the Mickey you were talking about?
Yeah, that's the Mickey, man.
Dude, that is good.
I was like,
That's pretty badass. You already sell prints of that.
What's funny is like I used to love going to the downtown Disney art store at downtown Disney. I used to live in Florida, and that artwork is incredible and it's beautiful, and it's $10,000. So I'm like, I'm just gonna draw my own.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll see.
You already sell the prints of that, though. Don't sell the original.
Say what, Jimmy?
Don't sell the original one. Sell the prints to it. You already sell that one. That's pretty good.
Yeah. The problem is like I paint so much and so often, and I feel like I don't want to pigeonhole myself to one idea. I just want to know that you have to have another idea. Like that's the idea. Is just keep going forward. Don't take a step backwards. So, as long as original artwork can get out there in the world, I'm happy. It makes me truly happy as an artist that when somebody buys my artwork, that it's going to be in their house.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. Is the best way to find you on Facebook and Instagram?
Yep. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, just all my name, and I pretty much run it all. So, and my website I will be updating. I've been traveling so much I can't have it on my website and selling in person at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're all one-of-ones and original. But as soon as I'm done with this, the camp show this weekend, I will be dedicating my life to uploading all my artwork and getting it out there. So, but right now I got a select few on there.
Nice.
If you ever see anything on social media like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, literally write me, say, hey, I want this piece, and we'll make it happen.
Okay.
Very cool.
So everybody that's watching, go see Jeremy and get you a piece of artwork at the camp.
Yes, what she said.
Oh man, is the echo gone? I think it is now at the end.
Finally.
Wow, that's great.
At the very end, the
That's
echo
crazy.
leaves.
I don't know.
And
Or no, it
if
ain't
you-
the end yet, but you know.
And if you do get a piece of his artwork, we want you to post it on our page.
Oh,
With your
absolutely.
review and the artwork.
Please and thank you. Yeah.
We appreciate y'all guys understanding about the echo tonight. We do apologize. We don't know what's going on.
I got to ask him this question because we ask every guest. We are a big we love Walking Dead locations. So what is your favorite Walking Dead location? It could be anything.
Not that you filmed at. I mean, it could be something that you filmed at, but it just the one that stands out to you.
The first and only one that comes to my mind is the satellite station.
Nice.
Because that was, I remember getting a call from Scott Gimple when, you know, basically he calls you and lets you know that, hey, your character's coming to an end. And, you know, he's very kind about it. But he had mentioned that, like, the satellite station, that was where the war kind of started, you know, with Negan and the Rick and his group killing all the, you know, saviors in the compound. And, you know, my character Andy was, you know, grateful enough to have been the first person there. And that's where my character wound up dying 3 seasons later. So in my own personal world, that felt like a great start and end to the character. And you don't get that very often for being a, you know, a B-list character in any type of show. So that satellite station, man, that was cool. That was really cool because it was a real station.
Mm-hmm.
It had like horrible, you know, internet, electricity, and it was grimy and it was dirty, but it was real. It was a rundown station, and they used every bit of it. And yeah, that was my character. That station meant the most. So
Yeah. Jimmy's a tour guide, and he took me out there one day.
yeah,
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty far.
I
Yeah,
remember-
Steven, how far is that from us? Like almost 30 minutes?
Yeah, 20 to 30 minutes. Well, yeah, probably a good 30 minutes with the satellite outpost.
Nothing
Yeah.
out there. So that was kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. The history behind it is crazy, too.
Yeah, I know. I've heard some weird stuff about that place, but I don't think any of it's necessarily true. But when you go there, because I go on private tours there sometimes, when you go there, I don't know, it kind of feels weird. It kind of feels like there might have been some sketchy stuff going on there.
Oh, yeah.
Talking to aliens.
Yeah. There's some people. You know, the U.S. government actually said the aliens are real now as of the other day.
Right? Not even a blip on the radar, but like
Nobody said shit.
right? Like that's the
Yeah, I was
stuff,
like,
that's the stuff I watch late at night on YouTube. It's like
Yeah.
Nice.
they actually came out classified. Yeah.
What news you watching, Jimmy?
No, seriously, it came out in the, what was
I'm
it?
just
It was on
curious.
C-SPAN the other day. They were in the house, and they were talking about UFOs being real. We don't know what the hell they are. We don't know where they're coming from, but they are real. And they just
Unidentified.
brushed it under the rug.
Yeah.
No joke, Jeremy. Am I lying or not?
but the problem is like these drones and everything set everyone back like 30 years. Like everyone's like, oh, UFO. No, it's a drone. You know?
Right.
Man,
Yeah, it used to be weather balloons, right? Now it's drones.
old school. I'm like X-Files. Like I want to believe like the math just adds up. The math
Right.
adds up. So,
Right. Barb in the comments says you might be painting an alien soon, huh?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm like
You ever do like a Walking Dead, or?
I did one Walking Dead, only because, like I said, I don't really plan anything out, and I don't sit down and like, you know, I might be doing that in the future. But one time it looked like the field. Remember early on The Walking Dead when that walker was in the field?
Yeah, the tall.
Yeah.
You could see like the white hair. It looked exactly like the field, so I just made a little zombie with the white hair, and
That's cool.
yeah, sold it. So I know it's
That's
out there
cool.
somewhere.
So when you actually got the word you were going down the Walking Dead, how did that make you feel? How was it that?
You kind of cut in and out, Jimmy, but
I'm sorry. The last day you were filming, how did you feel about leaving the show, and what did you experience?
Filmed or The Walking Dead?
The Walking Dead when you died.
Man, just totally being grateful. That's for sure. Just getting a small part in that show, and people. Somebody came up to me and was like, Walking Dead is like Star Trek. It's like in pop culture. Like it's going to be there for years and years to come. And when they put it that way, it made me really, because every actor wants more work. They want more lines. They want more whatever. Like I was very content with the amount of, everything I got to do on that show meant something, and it was great and it was fun, and it definitely changed my life. In a very humbling way. To go from nothing one day to be traveling around, people wanting your autograph the next day. Like that was life changing. But I thought I heard the question wrong, but it made me think of something really different. The last thing I actually shot was a show called Tales. It hasn't come out yet, but I shot it with Moses Mosley.
Oh,
Hey, oh wow.
Like we crossed paths at the camp actually the year before, and then I got on set. And like I said, we wrapped last year, but it's been in delay, so it hasn't actually aired yet. But I remember I looked on the call sheet, and Moses' name was there, and man, we hung out for like 4 days just shooting this little thing, and it was the coolest experience just hanging out with that dude. And we talked about Walking Dead, and we talked about him traveling around and everything, and how much he loved being a part of that show too. So that was the last thing I shot was with Moses. So that was really
Wow.
cool.
Where can Tales be found when it comes out? Is it on a streaming service?
Disney, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be on BET.
Oh, never mind.
It had 2 seasons out already, and the 3rd season was supposed to come out, I want to say last April, but it didn't.
Okay.
For one of a million reasons. Who knows why it hasn't come out or if it will come out, but just talk to the director. I assume it will be coming out eventually, but as soon as it does, I'll post more about it. So
Yeah, definitely.
I always say that the TWD fans, they always embrace the background actors. You don't see very many TV shows that the fans embrace the background actors just as much as the main stars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I've worked background many a time. So Magic Mike, I'm in there somewhere. So
No way.
yeah, man. I got a call from a friend, and they were like, first Magic Mike. I don't know about all the other sequels and everything, but they shoot one scene on this beach, and it's literally just like Channing Tatum and Matthew McConaughey, and then there's me and my buddy Kenny just throwing a football right behind him all day.
No way.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch.
I know, right?
Yeah, paid to throw a
Respect
football.
the background guys. So been there, done that. So for sure.
That's
That's
crazy.
cool.
I was going to ask you when you were working in the scene, but I guess not.
Oh yeah, easy peasy day, man. That was fun.
That's cool. Go ahead.
I'm just looking at the comments here.
Yeah, I was looking at the same thing. You got any more questions, guys? For Mr. Palco?
I'm been packing all week, painting all week, trying to get ready for the show. So I don't know if my car is big enough to hold everything. So
You all excited to come? Okay.
And are you going to be there both days?
yeah, I'll be there Friday to do the painting from 3 to 4, doing a little bit of class. I'm gonna bring some artwork and do kind of a pre-sale there, just because I have so much of it. So anyone who's coming to the class can kind of get first dibs on some items.
Nice.
We'll be there start to close Saturday, start to close Sunday. So I live about an hour and a half away. So yeah, I'll be there.
Very cool.
So we'll probably be live at the camp. So watch out for us.
Absolutely, come on by the booth, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
Yeah, Sassy Beach has a question from YouTube. Do you have any projects in the works? Maybe can't give specifics, But you have anything in the works right now?
I mean, other than the show Tales that's coming out, I'm on Ruthless right now, which is Tyler Perry show. I did the first 2 seasons. I believe they're just entering the 3rd season. But I'm telling you, painting has thank God been keeping me busy. So yeah, a couple art shows coming up. I'll be doing it's called the Chocolate Art Show in Atlanta. I did it last year. It was so wild. It's like 8 o'clock at night till 2 in the morning. It was just music blasting and
Oh wow!
from local artists, and then they just give you a bunch of chocolate, like there's fondues and fountains of chocolate and like strawberries, and so I'll be doing that in Atlanta. I can't remember, June, something like that. But other than that, I'm in the middle of a move, so that's going to keep me busy for the next 2 months.
Well, we apologize for all the technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Usually don't happen.
Yeah, I've been trying to man the mute button. So sorry.
All right, so we appreciate you. We appreciate you coming on tonight, Jeremy. We're gonna go ahead and let you hop off of here, and we're gonna continue on and do our little sponsors and all that.
Well, thank you guys very much, man. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys soon.
Yes.
Yep. See you at the
Thanks,
camp.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Enjoy the evening, guys.
Thanks.
You too. Thanks, Jeremy.
See you, bud.
Awesome.
All right,
Hey,
there
guys.
we go.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just works out like that.
I know. I hated that. It kept messing up.
Oh yeah, we'll fix it next time.
It's all
You-
good.
You want to go ahead and run the sponsors, Mr. Kevin?
And a big shout out to our sponsors, Walking Dead Tours and Events, AutoWrapsPlus.com, Water Tower Tours, Abraham's Army, The Camp, Survive the Night, Horror Nation, and Walking Dead is freaking amazing. And we'd like to thank of our patrons for supporting the show. And if you would like to support the show, just go to patreon.com/thedeadtruth.
All right, guys. We appreciate Mr. Palco being on our show. Thanks, guys, for watching.
And we'll
yeah.
see you this weekend.
Yes, we'll be at the camp. Look out
Oh,
for
yeah.
us.
Yes.
And we're gonna have dead cards at the table, are we not?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
this should be there. Yep. Mark said
Oh
it'll be
yeah,
there,
he
right?
said they were in, and we'll have a table scavenger hunt if you want to participate, and just come by and say hi, and then we'll be going live. We're going to be interviewing you all. Oh yeah, and we got stickers too.
Oh yeah, very much. Stickers.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to say I was wearing my Walking Dead is a freaking amazing shirt. So
Yes.
thanks
They
to the
are-
group.
because that group's amazing,
Yes.
They are freaking
Freaking amazing.
freaking amazing. Hey, Miss Dawn does all the trivia over there, does she not?
Yes, she
She does
does.
a great
I actually
job.
got one day. I was
Hey.
so excited.
I'm actually going to trivia now. Friday
Oh,
night.
that's right. That's right. You,
Oh, that's right.
I don't know if we can allow you and Barb to be at the same table. I don't think
I
we can.
said the guests will come to us and say we want to be on your at your table.
Yeah, we're gonna have to split y'all two up. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go in there. That's got to be a must. I'm gonna mess with y'all. That's got to.
Right, right.
That's
That's funny.
all right, guys. Y'all got
All right,
anything to
y'all
say
have a good
before we close
night.
out? All right, see y'all guys later. Bye,
Thank
guys.
y'all so much.
Peace.